to you too. Absolutely.
Aloha. Hi, Devin. Good to see you.
And by the way, Kelly, I believe, is doing a bike-a-thon kind of thing, and I think.
Oh yeah, Kelly, if you want to drop the link to your.
If you would like to drop your
yeah,
link,
do it.
And if anybody here would like to support said bike-a-thon, it's a charity thing, and she did this last year, and I believe the year before. Well, whatever you've done, you're doing it again.
Put the link.
So, hey, support people who are doing such things. That's a great thing.
That's right.
But definitely, alcohola and aloha to everybody.
Who's alcohola?
Oh, I don't know. That kind of sounds like a alter ego for John Ho or something.
Who's alcohola? I'm thinking of the TV show Hot in Cleveland when they were putting together some IKEA thing, and it says use Allen wrench, and one of them goes, "Who's Allen wrench?" That's all I could think of.
The funny thing is, I was actually in need of Allen wrench recently because our tripod that we use for shooting things was getting a little loose. And I realized I had like a spare that was kind of perfect. And it was pretty definitely an IKEA tool. So I'm like, I'm just putting that right with the tripod.
Julie's well caffeinated.
Film kit. Yeah. Caffeinated. Woohoo!
I think I'm just the right amount of caffeinated.
I think I'm feeling good. You know, a little buzz is pretty good when you start one of these things.
Hi, Eric. And hello, Alan and Elizabeth. I want to catch up with everyone.
Counteracts the whole bit. Oh, hello. I think we have.
We do. Errol. Hi.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, Errol's in Greece.
Athens.
Oh, hey, Lisa. I love you. Okay, well, we got to repeat that.
I hear Athens.
Oh, hi, Johnny, and hi, Abra. Good to see you both.
I hear Athens and somehow immediately
Thank you, Abra.
I think Georgia, but Greece. Hey, there you go. That sounds lovely.
Johnny's sitting on a boat. Lucky you.
Charleston. Whoa.
80.
80F.
Oh, jealous.
We had that within a few days ago, minus about 60 degrees.
I didn't go out today.
It was like 22, and then I was
so
like, really?
Cold
and I popped the window. I'm like, wow, it is really bitter.
It was so cold yesterday.
What's going on, guys? You know, it's just like the remains, the disinterred remains of March. They're kind of crawling legless across the road, saying, "No,
hi, Gettysburg, ma'am. Good to see you.
I'm definitely here for you." Saying, "No, you're here to keep me cold." So I'm done with that.
You're here to keep me cold.
But of course, prediction for the high tomorrow, where we are, something like 64
Hi, Gabriel.
F. I'm like, well, that's basically tripling the temperature in about 3 days.
Oh, pre-tacos cocktail. Okay, good question. You know, I think I'm going to start with this one, actually. Mm-hmm. Oh, Devin's well caffeinated, too. Oh, okay.
Pre-tacos cocktail. I think we can just the thing.
Oh, I think I may have just the thing, too.
Okay, well, then go to town. Maybe we have two good
You
things.
can go first. I always go first. Hi, Sylvia, and thank you.
I can go first. What the heck?
All right, you can go first.
Move my little noise maker.
Hi, Lisa. Errol wants you to know that he loves you.
Yes.
He put that on YouTube.
So. There we go.
I have seen your hubby. He's over on YouTube.
He's there on YouTube. Seen him. He's doing well.
Hi, Jennifer.
As always, if either of you is in either place and are wondering where are those comments coming from, other platform.
Yeah, if you're hearing us respond to comments that you don't see, it's because they're wherever you're not. We're trying to keep up with both.
I'm seeing a lot of familiar names here tonight, and I will occasionally see unfamiliar names.
Oh, and the simple fact is, Eric says hi.
If you don't comment, I have no idea you're here. Which is neither here nor there. You don't have to comment in order to be viewing. I'm perfectly glad.
Thank you, Jennifer.
If you just want to join along and see what's going on with the whole action here. However, these platforms do not tell me anything unless you yak.
I agree. So, tacos are awesome.
So, yeah, tacos. We actually make our own tortillas, and I got to say that's a really great thing. They're so simple. Yeah. You need a hot pan, the tortilla press, and that's about it. And then you need masa.
I'm not here either.
You mix it up the way you would do Johnny cake. That's a very New England kind of a treat. And you just get it very flat, and that's it.
Oh,
but, and you don't even think you get it that flat.
Okay.
So,
Eric, I think I have caffeine immunity, too. I could drink a big old cup of coffee right before bed and fall asleep. Sadly. But
I have that afternoon lull almost any day. And when I get to that point, it's like time to fall asleep. And I could have, the mug of coffee. And I would still fall asleep. And after that, I'd wake up, and then the coffee would kick in. So definitely, it's one of those things. I'm going to...
Yes, how many tortillas are the shizzle? Okay.
I was looking for... This is good. This is the 2-ounce measure. This is a nice little copper
I just measure it on
shot.
there, but...
You could do that. I would like... Do we have gin back here?
I could get gin.
The Irish gin would be good because I think that we suitable for this project. We still have this fine bottle, Garnish Island, which is coming to
from Garnish Island.
From Garnish Island, yeah. I think this is like 92 proof, which is kind of weird. Slightly high.
Hello, Jack. Good to see you.
I'm going to try a cocktail size thing. We're going to go with 2 ounces of the gin. This is a very nice London dry style, which is interesting because it's more like Dublin dry style.
Does this have a name?
Not yet. Drinky 3, that's the name. There's a really nice aroma.
That's my stand-in name.
It's really, it's the same kind of like herbals that you would find in your London dry style. But one of them is punched high. I can't really figure out which. And so it's a little different. Kind of nice.
Good. Kelly shared her link.
Hey, good. Yeah, check it out.
Awesome.
Party on a Bike for Life. So check that out.
I love it.
Yeah. It's an amazing ride.
Oh, Jennifer.
People are doing all sorts of charities these days. You know, we have our own favorites, and we're glad to support. And if you have a moment and you have some spare, check it out. Check out the link. So, let's see.
It's raining tacos. I wish it was raining tacos.
Raining Tacos. That's a song from Perry Grip off of, I think, the last CD made. Although the last actual CD made might have been a Christmas one. I'd have to say, I have to check that one. Heard that on the Kids Show on FMU more than a few times, and it's pretty hilarious. Perry Grip, he has this sort of like voice modulation thing he uses frequently. And the songs are just
Jennifer. Good to see
so
you.
Upbeat. Really amazing. All right, get some ice in there.
Yay. All right, so far he's up to
2 ounces of gin.
2 ounces of gin.
So far, this is an extremely dry martini or just cold gin. It's cold gin. It's what it is. I'm going to throw into that a little bit of lemon.
Okay.
Maybe a half ounce of lemon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a splash of lemon, maybe a little less. We'll see what that ends up tasting like. I happen to have over here some brewed Earl Grey tea.
Oh.
Now, there's something in this little volume called the Earl Grey Martini. This is not that, but I was inspired.
This is not that drink.
That involves getting some gin and infusing a bag of Earl Grey into it. I didn't think about that. Maybe I'll make that sometime.
Oh, do you know Beep Beep, I'm a Sheep?
Beep Beep, I'm a Sheep.
Perry Grip, I assume.
Oh, I don't know that song in particular. Although I might have heard it. Who knows? I'll find out later. Oh, I totally know that song.
Carnitas tacos tonight.
Carnitas.
Yum, Ola.
Oh, isn't that fun? Boy, more than one person is turning to tacos. Well,
oh my gosh.
They're good. They're simple. They're filling.
Tacos.
No, not tacos. Yeah, I mean, seriously. So that was 2 ounces of the Earl Grey tea, brewed.
Oh.
And 2 to 2. And I'm wondering where else this is going. I'm going to try the flavor profile and see what else I want to put in there.
That's a lot of tea for one drink.
It is. I was looking for something that was like a larger drink that would go down a little more slowly. So, I'm liking the flavor balance.
What does this have to do? Oh, never mind.
Now we need something that is...
The tea.
I need a liqueur to add to there. And
what kind of flavor profile are you going for?
Probably something citrus, as a matter of fact, because of the citric in there.
Some orange?
Yeah, let's go with orange.
You want the Grand Marnier or the triple?
I would go with the triple, as a matter of fact. Because Marnier is very strong and very particularly flavored, and I think it might...
we're almost out of it.
Wow, time to get some more. I think that might to take over. So I'm going for the Jafar triple sec, and I will put in what looks like another splash.
A taco theme, Abra. I thought we were having a caffeine theme, but these things have a way of morphing while we're live.
This one is caffeinated because by virtue of the tea that's in it. Now, it's not a lot of tea, and this is not exactly going to get you buzzed or anything, you know, in terms of caffeine. Might get you buzzed in terms of...
I was going to say, it said 2 ounces of gin.
Yeah, 2 ounces of gin in it.
There is that.
Give this a shake.
Wait, how much triple sec?
Half ounce.
Okay.
Get that nice and cold.
Oh my God, Siri, no, go away.
Siri was responding to my shaking noises. It's like, would you like a cocktail, sir? Why, yes, I would. Thank you, Siri.
When the day Siri starts making cocktails.
Boy, that's better than the cocktail robot, now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here is a fine glass that'll make your drink taste 73% better.
Oops.
I'm going to find a fine little umbrella to put on there. I will choose this blue one because it's fun. I found out that the way to mount these is you have like a longer stem on this little guy. So what you do is get that on the inside so your umbrella faces out.
I'm the Morphmeister.
If you're wondering where these cute little umbrellas come from, check our Amazon page. You've got the link right there at the bottom of the page. And you can get these, I think they're coming in about $10 for a
they're not much.
packet of money. They're not much. They come to you from Fred, I believe.
Fred Flair.
Fred Flair.
Yep.
Flair for your cocktails. Cute little thing. Waterproof. Isn't that great? You know?
I have a drink that has tequila coming up.
And strain into your cocktail glass. And for the resistance piece, we'll have something else going on. I wanted to try something with your Earl Grey because I remembered that we had it. I happen to like having a cup of that in the afternoons, also in the mornings.
Hi, Aaron. Good to see you.
I am going to grab a large lemon peel.
Hello, Tiki Paka.
Hey, Paka.
Good to see you.
Saw you recently. Good to see you again here. Give that a spritz. I want to really express some of the oils and into your glass. And we'll give it a try and see what we have here.
Let's try it first.
So this is equal amounts of the Earl Grey tea plus the gin.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
And I think that gets balanced out by the sour and sweet component in there. Yeah, that all works. That all works for me. Yeah. I'm good with it.
Devin said Jessica just asked Siri what their favorite cocktail is, and it said on it. And it said still on it. And it said, I'm happy to go with whatever you choose on this one. Oh, Siri, way to not take a side.
Yeah, how very politic of you. Likely story, kid. You just didn't hear what the question was, right?
Ooh. Errol says the company we're doing work for took us out for a seafood feast.
Oh, hello.
Also had Greek wine, ouzo, and grappa. Well, that's nice.
It's going to be a long evening. Seafood feast reminds me of when we lived in Astoria, Queens.
Taco Wednesday.
A substantial Italian and Greek population, and there were a couple of Greek restaurants there. Really, really holes in the wall kind of places.
I'm starting.
And there was one that would serve these like lemon shrimp that were just outrageously good.
Oh, yeah,
they were
that
just
was good.
very simply seasoned and grilled. Then with the lemon potatoes, it was like, how in the world do you do this kind of thing? I remember asking somebody in our Athens office about that, and I said the place is called Kyklades, and I noticed that's the islands that's just right off of you there. And he says, if you come to the office sometime, I will get you these shrimp. I was like, that's an offer that I would take somebody up on. That sounds awesome.
Okay, so
I'm just going to infer that like locally, these people know how to eat. You know?
I have started my drink already. I've added 1 ounce of Reposado tequila, and I'm going to do an ounce of the Kraken Black Roast coffee rum. Which you can still get.
Still on the market.
I looked the other day.
Still on the market. Mm-hmm.
It's getting low. It says limited edition, but I don't know how limited because you can still buy it.
Yeah, if you don't severely limit these things, then they might be around for a while. We have a cooler which comes to us from. I'm trying to think of
Igloo.
Igloo does these limited edition coolers, and we got the Yellow Submarine one because.
Jennifer says,
great.
I asked Siri what my favorite cocktail is. I was informed that Siri can't read my mind.
I'm sorry, I can't read your mind. It's hilarious.
Well,
indeed.
Okay.
So for all you your Chaco cohorts tonight, I would say that this little item is would be an excellent pair for a taco. I can't say it is because I don't have tacos. But now I really want tacos. Maybe tomorrow's taco time. We're supposed to get...
I'm available for taco
If the weather's
Thursday.
up, I'm buying gas for the grill, and we're going to grill something and throw it in some tacos.
So 1 ounce of Reposado tequila, 1 ounce of the Kraken Black Roast coffee rum. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a ½ ounce of sour cherry cordial.
Sour cherry.
I haven't used that for a while.
And it is excellent stuff. This comes from Warwick Valley.
Sassy Siri.
Warwick does wine, does ciders, has been doing the liqueurs for ages, and in more recent years started doing excellent gin, excellent vodka, and then said we want to do the brown goods. So now they are doing, bourbon, rye, maple bourbon, and applejack. Applejack is actually very good. And we get good applejack.
I don't know. Siri just says, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so that was a half ounce of fresh lemon juice. So shake it up.
See, I have this one all written down.
I do. So
Okay,
it's, yeah, an ounce each of the tequila and the black roast coffee rum, half ounce sour cherry cordial, half ounce fresh lemon juice. I'm not adding bitters to this one.
Yep.
I will my next one.
I didn't to mine, and we happen to have Earl Grey bitters, and I might try that when I refill this and see where that goes. And it's really just punching up the Earl Grey flavor. What's that? Cocktail? I have to try one of those sometime.
You have one of those.
I have one of those.
You even have a sidecar.
I have a cocktail and a sidecar.
Because yours was so big.
Yeah, I made a large
Can't
drink
talk right now.
with a lot of stuff, and the truth is, it's a little more dilute than usual. It's a little more easygoing, and I'm less likely to slug that down. So,
a glass of red wine was €1.50. Oh, that's great.
Oh hell,
I love it.
I like the
Siri is a chicken with me whenever I ask deep questions. Siri's not up for that, I guess.
Oh, well, I remember wine being very affordable in Europe. I mean, be affordable and good. I remember being at this is going back 30 years now, being at a youth hostel.
A local Western, oh no.
In Florence. It was amazing. It was somebody's former estate. I'll give you a glass. And there was wine on sale at the local market. It was like, at the time it was lira. It was 4,000 lira for this bottle of wine. So that came out to be less than $4. And it was a really good bottle of wine. I was like, wow, this could get me drinking more wine. Because I had been to another youth hostel in Paris that had a house bottle of wine that was terrible.
I'm shocked.
I think it was basically the same 4,000 lira. I mean, at the time would have been something like 40 francs.
Thank you.
Not good. So.
I'm shocked that the wine in a youth hostel was terrible.
Well, the truth be told, didn't buy wine from the Italian youth hostel, bought it from the market, and the market had an excellent selection.
Look at the inky black look.
Look at that inkiness.
It's inky.
Inky! So.
Be a good one for Halloween. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. I love this.
Little Hans, I believe we've been communicating otherwise. Let's give that a try.
Good to see you,
Look
Hans.
At that. Inkiness is right. You can't get through this one.
Thank you. That would be good for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a really nice sour. It's got a heavy coffee.
Oh, yeah, Javi.
From the liqueur.
Oh, the the Javi. Oh, yeah, we do have that. We do have that.
We actually got...
Hi, Doug. Good to see you.
I believe 2 promotional bottles of the Javi, and we have used that to make drinks on air. They are somewhere within our live episodes, but I bet if you searched our channel Javi, you'd find them. And those were provided, so when we use it, we do plug the fact that that is the case. And I thought that the flavor in the Javi was really good.
Oh, using the Javi, I'll never get any sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so Devin, this was 1 ounce of the Kraken Black Roast Coffee Rum, 1 ounce Reposado Tequila, half ounce sour cherry liqueur, half ounce fresh lemon juice. So just 4 ingredients, and I like it.
It's a good thing. It's a very nice thing. I'm enjoying what I've got over here.
Hi, Satellite.
A completely different mixture.
Oh, Satellite got a bourbon.
Hello. Bourbon.
Always a good choice.
We're still within bourbon weather over here. So you probably are as well, come to think of it. Yeah.
Javi,
if you're not, good.
Javi is it's a coffee concentrate, so you just need a tiny, and doesn't have alcohol, so it just has a tiny little bit.
It's liquid in a little bottle, and you use about a teaspoon for your cup, depending on taste, right? But you put that in your boiling water, and flavor, put whatever the hell else in you like, and I thought it was really good stuff.
Use it for mocktails.
And they have a mocha variation that I thought had a very nice flavor.
I like that too. Hi, Amy.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hello. Oh. My brother.
I'm glad you're here now.
So again, I'm drinking something I haven't named yet, but this...
I haven't named any of them so far.
It was, as a matter of fact, 2 ounces of gin. Happen to use the Garnish Island, but any good London Dry will do the job. I'm not sure I would go Geneva with this one, but I'd try it. It might work. It's a different style. Anyway, 2 ounces of the gin. It might
work, yeah.
2 ounces of gin, half ounce fresh lemon juice, half ounce of orange liqueur. Used Giffard, really good choice in that case. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, I distinctly decided against using Marnier because I thought that would kind of take over, because that has a very punchy flavor. But if I make a sidecar, I'll reach for Marnier in 3 seconds, right? And then 2 ounces of brewed Earl Grey tea. I brewed it pretty strong because I wanted it to stand up to the cocktail. Shake, strain, a lemon twist on top. There you go. The Earl Grey itself adds enough flavor notes that I wasn't leaning towards adding bitters, but guess what, folks? I'm going to decant my sidecar into my drink. Oh, I got another drink out of that. Hello.
Do you mind? Thank
no
you.
At all. And
we'll see you over on YouTube.
Hey, please, absolutely. If any of you are watching on a smart TV, you can't comment on your smart TV because of, I don't know, something stupid. So you know what you do?
Because of something
go to your iPad, go to your phone, or your Android, whatever, or you go to your laptop. Just like dial us up on one of these things, Facebook or YouTube, and then you can comment. You'll be on 2 platforms, actually 3. And you'll be able to be heard. But otherwise, if you're watching on your average smart TV, it's not that smart. We don't know you're there, which is too bad. But we're glad you're watching. So there you go.
You know, I so rarely watch YouTube on the TV. I've never tried to comment on someone's YouTube video
from
while
the television.
watching it on TV. So yeah, I don't know. But I mean, that's what I've heard anyway, that you can't.
But the fact is, if I were trying to do that, I'd be doing it with my remote control, which is 1 letter at a time. Forget it.
I always just watch YouTube on the computer.
Just watch on the computer. We have certainly watched YouTube.
Stupid because we have the app on the TV, but I never think about it.
Most of the time when we dial up YouTube on the tube, right? It's through the app, and we're watching some ancient videos, and it's blown up, and the quality just looks horrible. It's just terrible.
I guess
if you watch on your phone, it's one thing. You watch on a screen this big is one thing, but like on that big thing, it's just terrible. And we very seldom dial up something recent, which might be like 1080 definition and like very lightly compressed and actually look good. If we watch one of our videos on there, it actually looks a hell of a lot better than it would tend to look. So there we go. Because smart TV, not so smart.
Our smart TV is, it wasn't a lot of money, we'll put it that way.
Reasonable.
It's fine.
There are many things
really
that it could do better, but it does actually accept all these inputs. And you know what I do with my smart TV? Every time I need to have 2 screens for work, I notice that I've got an HDMI plug on my computer, and I plug into the TV, and I'm looking at that. And I usually have this huge chart that I'm going from and comparing a spreadsheet to. So I'm like, big chart over there to this over here. I'm like, yeah.
Like, wow, this show's really boring.
And it's so much less irritating than going between apps on your screen. You got to have 2 screens. That's the thing. It's just the way it is. I know. First world problems. Could you retrieve for me the Earl Grey bitters?
Yes.
I'm going to embitter these with Earl Grey. It already has Earl Grey flavor. I'm going overkill here. Why am I doing this? Well, I don't mind giving a plug for the product because...
Well, the Earl Grey bitters are good.
1821 bitters. I frequently will give a dasher of these into just a standard sidecar, like the brandy cocktail. Excellent choice. I've done it with the margarita. Very similar cocktail. Excellent choice. Well, I've done something that's not far off of either of those.
How much are you doing?
I'm going to do like, 1 dropper is like that much. That's like... So the 1821 bitters come to you, and they're handcrafted in Atlanta. Hello. Yep. I believe this is an LGBT product, which is lots of fun. 1821bitters.com will get you recipes and all their products that they're making. They make an excellent lemon ginger infusion. It's not a bitters per se, but it will add that little je ne sais quoi to your cocktail.
They have a lot that I would like to try.
They really do. So I gave it my all there, and
they're not cheap, so I don't just go on there and order everything they have. But
they're handcrafted in small amounts. But I will tell you that as far as bitters go, these are
Jennifer, thank you.
I've seen much more expensive bitters than these, certainly.
Oh yeah! Oh, all you people who have us on both YouTube and Facebook, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Hello, view
thank
plus
you
view.
For your trust.
That's 2 views for the price of 1. I actually very much appreciate that. If you would like to see all comments, you'll have to be on both platforms. And hey, you do you. We're switching back and forth constantly, so
we
what
are.
the heck? So I'm still getting a little bit of caffeine out of this. I'm not saying that that's going to counteract
let me try it with
the liquor at all.
bitters.
Yep, give that a try. This is probably not going to do too much against the alcohol content, because that's a full 2 ounces worth of 92 proof gin.
It's still really good. I'm just not sure I'm getting the bitters.
So maybe they're
I think they might be a little superfluous.
Maybe they're just like leaning on top of this.
Or they're just pumping up the Earl
Greyness, which already has. So I do.
Hi, Lisa.
This is the first time I've done like Earl Grey tea plus Earl Grey bitters.
We missed you too.
Maybe it's just sort of like redundant, and I would say I recommend the Earl Grey bitters. We got a bottle of those from Patrick, who frequently watches us here. That was a great gift, and we basically ran down that bottle fast.
Lisa's been putting orange bitters in her iced tea. That sounds yum.
Here's the thing about the bitters. The citrus style of bitters, they're kind of a substitute for that bit of peel that I just used there. Like The Brothers, who makes an excellent orange bitters, and it was like the last one on the market for a long time, until like fairly recently. They also make a lemon bitters, and you could use a dash of that in place of the peel there. So if you don't have access to the peels, it's like, there you go. And that's one thing about it. The other thing is that
cloves and iced tea, yes, good.
Adding a dash of these to anything is adding concentrated flavor. So if you think about using it in, say, baking, using it in soups, like an old-fashioned bitters, like Angostura bottle says use in soups. You're just adding sort of concentrated herbal flavors. That's a good idea, and that's what you do with the cocktail. So big fun. Hey.
And hello, Don. Is it live or is it Memorex?
One moment, please.
Uh-oh, you got him started. Oh, Don says no commenting on Fire Stick either.
It's Memorex. Funny thing is, this was a live show that I taped ages ago. That's a really good tape, too. I recently revived playing
so weird, Don.
cassette tapes because I'm offloading
a
cassette deck, and I was testing it out. And I was actually making tapes with this.
Yeah, buddy.
I grabbed something. I hadn't made something from a CD to a cassette tape in like 20 years. And I ran off this thing, and I'm playing it back. I'm like, this sounds great. It's like, wow, this is what we're left of these things.
Lisa's watching us on a 75-inch TV. I'm like, oh no.
Big.
Lisa does use bitters in her soups. Yes, other Lisa.
Concentrated
bitters in her
concentrated
soups. Yes. We've tried that recently.
I'm thinking of all the citrus bitters that you can buy these days. We have tried that recently.
It's the multiverse.
Yep. And citrus bitters would be great. You could like flavor a meringue with it and get like that, and then put it on top of your pie or something. Or you could flavor. What else would be good?
With bitters,
like cakes and things, because it's just concentrated flavor.
Oh yeah.
So in the iced tea, that's an obvious. That's natural. Yeah, of course you do that, and it just like immediately adds a ton of flavor. Great stuff. Bitters and non-alcoholic things, sure. Bitters tend to have an alcohol content by using a drop. I mean, it's not going to do anything to you.
I mean, if you're using enough bitters to get yourself drunk, you've got bigger problems.
Then those bitters are going to come right back up at you.
You have bigger problems.
I mean, you're not liable to have a whole shot worth of Angostura. That'd be a bit heavy.
Mixtapes. Abra said I made so many Memorex mixtapes back in the day. Yep. We were talking about mixtapes recently.
You know what?
Mixtape? This
is not. This is actually a live show. And as a matter of fact, it's one of those metal particle tapes, like Type 4 tape. It's really got a very strong signal on this. I remember that was the thing back in the day.
That big of a monitor, they can count your eyelashes. I know. That's why I'm like, oh no. Oh dear.
Oh my. They're counting my eyelashes.
We can count your wrinkles. Hi, Disney for the win.
But I got to say, so I was basically using something that,
thank you,
at this point has to be a 30-year-old tape deck. And I was using some ancient tape stock. It was just a regular tape, Dolby noise reduction. Recorded from CD, and I was playing it back saying, I really can't tell the difference at 10 paces. That sounded great, and I was pretty happy with the results.
Certain bitters had chicken fat in it?
Really?
What?
No, which might that be?
Which one?
I have never heard of that.
Which one?
Because chicken fat would actually be, that would give you a completely different consistency.
Guinness in an Irish stew. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I want to know which bitters have chicken fat.
Guinness in an Irish stew is
Hi, Elizabeth. Kind
of an obvious, and it's a good thing. And any kind of a stew where the fluid base is a beer is a pretty damn good idea. My mother used to make beef stew that way. Irish stew, I think, traditionally would be lamb, but you could make that with beef easily. You can make that with chicken easily. You could probably make a vegetarian version of that without too much trouble. some textured soy would probably work with that. But I understand like a lot of the flavor in that kind of a stew is coming from the meat. You're just boiling it down.
What makes it Irish?
Irish stew back in the day is something which is probably made in every single culture around the world and called this, that, or the other. I think in France you would probably just call it.
Chris, you gotta PM me, okay? I gotta know. But yes, that is crazy.
Personal message. Now we're interested. You've been training us. Because like
I won't
never heard that.
I won't say where I heard it.
And that's just really crazy.
But that's nuts.
And I don't understand how that works because like fat globules in a cold fluid, this is a real problem, you know? And you can't really do that in solution. There are funny stories from back in the day of people trying various fatty things in cocktails, but
he's also heard the same bitters is delicious as a coating for roast chicken.
Now
I've got to know because I'm going to try it.
Got to check it out.
I'm going to roast something with it.
We have not done that, although I have actually taken a pibil sauce, which is a very typical Yucatan sauce, which is based on annatto paste, and coated a turkey with it and made like Thanksgiving turkey with the annatto. And that was really good. That ended up being really good. And I'm tempted to put that on the rotisserie, except I don't think that our rotisserie would support a whole turkey. But we could do a pretty full-size chicken with that thing, and I could do the same thing. And I tell you, that rotisserie is awesome. That's just great. That works very well.
Ooh. They said chicken fat and her mashers and stuffing.
Mashes and stuffing. Well, chicken fat is very versatile. I have found that saving the fat from various things is great as a frying medium, like probably the ultimate frying medium, bacon fat. Nothing will stick. In cast iron, nothing will stick to that.
That's true.
Adds a ton of flavor, adds a lot of smokiness. If you fried up the bacon, you've got like a quarter cup worth of fat left over. What are you going to do with it? Save it and use it. Although my favorite of all, if I'm going to bother with the meats, is still the mutton. Man, the mutton renders a ton of fat, and it makes this like this. You just put it in the fridge, and spoonful by, and you make the fries with that. Oh,
okay. So Jennifer came over to YouTube too.
YouTube too.
All right.
Volume. Hello.
Entertainment ingenuity. I love it.
Well, you are ingenious.
Oh, duck fat.
So you figured that out like that. Hello. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Duck fat. Duck fat. I've heard of somebody.
Leg of mutton.
Recently, I believe it was the DJ, Mr. Fine Wine, who does a show every Friday on WFMU, MFU locally for us, and also does a lot of live shows. Increasingly these days that he can do. Was talking about like cooking up a duck and saving the fat, and I think duck renders a ton of fat.
Great for your arteries.
So, yeah. Well,
leg of mutton. The only place we ever get mutton is at Keen's in New York City.
Yeah, I have not actually seen a leg of mutton for sale anywhere in the United States because it's off the radar.
Not that we've been everywhere in the United States.
It's just off the radar. Nobody does this anymore. We're going back 150 years when that was a thing, and it's kind of too bad because as far as meats go, it's up there with anything. I think it's actually fairly lean as these things go. Although you do render a whole ton of fat off of it, right? And the problem is that your average U.S. producer is not letting the animal grow long enough to make mutton, so you have to turn to imports from, I believe, New Zealand, which has more sheep than people. And they export a fair amount of lamb products and mutton products. Keen sources theirs from, I think, somewhere in New York State. So somebody is actually letting the lambs grow, and away you go. And I have not seen a Lego, but they will serve a chop.
Chris has a roommate that made fried duck twice. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Oh yeah, it just renders like mad. The animal is a cold weather animal, and it has this massive lining. It's like doing a goose. You would just get a ton of fat off of that thing. So, mutton is lamb that has been allowed to grow up a little. I think it is. I think at a year and a quarter or a year and a half.
Comments on YouTube are funny.
It's considered mutton.
Yeah.
And if you actually have an animal that's a little bit older, they would still be that
sheep,
too.
They call it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would just be sheep, right?
Yes.
So that's it. Yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite game meat? I've not had much game meat. Have you?
The only game meat I've ever had was I was at no, there was a couple of occasions I've had to actually try rabbit. And
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
Sorry, that's a bridge too far.
Yeah,
I don't do lamb either.
Rabbit or hare.
Veal,
take your pick. And, I tried it because it was on the menu. It was actually, it was a little expensive and it was pretty good. I remember trying boar. Boar was interesting. It was slightly gamey pork. Frankly, I preferred it to your average pork chop. And what was the other thing I tried? Venison. I actually tried venison jerky.
I'll put chicken fat in my Applejack and like it.
Big fun.
It's not that I have ADHD. On a t-shirt that says, it's not that I have ADHD, it's just, look, a bunny rabbit.
Bunnies.
Hilarious. Lego button sleeves. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Well, yes. I don't remember it, but I've seen pictures of it. I remember the 1900s.
I remember the 1900s like they were yesterday. Well, they almost were.
Oh, okay, wait. Lisa said, okay, I'm going back. Lisa says, the only bitters I have on hand are Angostura bitters. You know what? I figure I only have one. That's the one to have. Yeah, okay, and then...
Tommy Bahama grapefruit. Okay, that's fine.
Angostura orange, yeah.
Well,
okay, yeah, those are good ones. You've got good ones, Lisa. You're all set.
Angostura and Angostura orange, if those are the only two things you could buy, like if you were restricted to what's in the supermarket, well, they're in every supermarket across the states for some reason. They're the survivors of the bitters wars. And they're survivors of Prohibition, too. And those two will get you through a hell of a lot of cocktails. We have a lot of bitters because we do this show. We have to actually try products. And if some of them are really good and interesting, and we're glad to actually report on them. I remember the plum bitters. Those were fun. Those were really
I know we need to get
very fruity
notes.
Well,
I know now where I can just go buy all of this stuff.
You can get a hell of a lot of this
like
from Amazon.com. And if you do, of course, we have our shop right there at the bottom of the page. That supports us because we get a cut of that. So that's my plug for the evening.
Jennifer's tried buffalo. Christy says they love their rabbit in France. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Not surprised.
Also frog. I have tried frog, as a matter of fact. And I thought it was very bony.
Oh, okay. Okay, Chris. All right.
What that is.
Got it. Chris says, in my youth, I was a fine dining waiter. When folks tried lamb chops for the first time and didn't care for it, we would love to take it back in the kitchen and demolish it. No. I love that.
Well, lamb is a heartier meat. And
I'm hearty.
If people have very timid palates, they'd be like, I don't know. Gosh. But for Pete's sake, we're human beings. We're omnivores.
Like
we will eat everything. And I'm a personal opinion that if we're going to slaughter an animal, eat the whole bed. I will eat most of an animal, various parts, but I draw a line at brains. I'm not crazy about that concept.
Oh, but no.
Organ meats are okay.
Nope.
Organ meats are okay. I'm good with that.
Nope.
Yeah. Actually, when I was a kid, I really liked liverwurst. Good source of iron and all that kind of stuff. And
Marty says,
why waste?
Mutton just makes me think of the trolls in the Hobbit.
There we go.
Tastes like chicken. Oh, Marty says Mama Roo just had a game night with ostrich and wild boar. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. Oh, 5 course. Now that's ostrich is kind of interesting. Large avians.
Yeah. Chicken feet. I've never had chicken feet.
Chicken feet don't have a lot to them, so you start to wonder what you're eating besides cartilage.
Kangaroo meat.
That's no problem.
Oh my god! Wow.
Salmon collar. No, that's is that fatty bit around the neck of the salmon, perhaps? Because we certainly had plenty of salmon in our day. We have some in the freezer right now, and it's good stuff, and I would eat plenty of it. Fairly fatty, actually very good on omega-3s and blah, blah, blah. I think that is slightly overrated as a health thing, but the healthy fats, you need them. You need the lipids, otherwise your cells you can't make cells, and you will fall apart into a pool of viscous fluid, like the case of M. Valdemar. So you better have your fats. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. We went to a funky brunch once at Mama Roo. I didn't order frog legs. I
don't recall them being on the menu at the time.
Okay, we were there in November.
But on our audio menu, of course, we had
bacon overload and my Bloody Mary. Lisa says
we had Pete Pop,
fish heads,
and Mr. Finewine, and that was a great afternoon music.
And
the brunch was just
anti-organ meat too.
Fish heads.
No to organ meats.
You know what you do with fish heads? You boil them down to make fish stock. That's what you do. And then you take all the bony bits, throw it in your compost. It will disintegrate, and you've got great fertilizer. That's what we do with all that stuff. We put it in pots. We plant the seeds, the pepper seeds, and the pepper plants are like, hooray! So I got to tell you, organic compost is your friend. Well, that was.
Would you mind? I know.
I still have so much cocktail. No, I don't. No, I really kind of don't. This will be done in no time at all. This was very
like
good.
Chicken,
this was
Lisa says.
Exotic things that I've had. I think I have actually had alligator at one location, but it was sort of deep fried, and I thought it tasted like everything else.
We had crocodile.
It was crocodile?
It was in Newport, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was Newport. Yeah, it was crocodile.
Newport, Rhode Island.
Large reptiles.
It was an appetizer, and it was just deep fried.
They are farmed.
Tasted like chicken.
It didn't taste like anything distinct. So I got to
say,
Michael. That was not a pretty good advertisement for reptile meat.
I don't know if wild boars are invasive in the South. Can anyone chime in on that one?
I know that escaped hogs are invasive because there are, I don't know if it's boar is specifically outside of boar that happen to be swine that are farmed. And if they happen to escape, of course, the swine are omnivores and they'll just eat anything and grow enormous. So you have like these 2,000-pound animals roaming around down there, chomping down on everything. And I kind of think, well, if you wanted to kind of recover those, you could probably feed quite a number of people who are hungry. So I know we're really pushing the the carnivore thing there, but invasive pests are invasive pests no matter how you slice them. I declined
a flipper.
Oh. I would say.
Oh my gosh! Oh.
Speaking of flippers, cockatiel
gumbo.
Oh, at Reading.
Oh, and at Reading Market. Oh, we've been to Reading Terminal.
We certainly have.
That place is fun.
It's full of fascinating stuff. We actually have some liquor that we bought there, which is fascinating stuff.
Wild boars are invasive on Catalina. I had heard that. Yeah.
It seems like that problem ought to be able to be contained. It's an island, but I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Turtle.
Oh, yeah, no crocodile. Por favor. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I ordered it again. I wasn't obsessed.
I would put it this way: it was not offensive or anything. It was not distinctive enough to make me say it's worth a premium. You know.
Yeah. No.
But our local market has all sorts of fun stuff that you can get frozen. I think we can get reptile meat there. And, of course, there's always chitlins, if you really want to get daring.
Okay, well, wait, hold on. Errol says, my aunt used to make fried turtle we occasionally caught while fishing. Tasted great as long as you didn't know what you were eating. You could say that about so many things.
So many things.
Elizabeth says, fried frog legs. We used to catch, prepare, and fry them when I was a kid.
Oh
my gosh. We never did things like this when I was a kid.
Never did that. I remember catching a whole ton of crabs when I was a kid, but it was from a polluted bay and we couldn't eat them. So
why were you catching them?
Because we could. It was stupid. I know. We should have thrown them all back to them. I happen to like crab. I happen to like shrimp. I happen to like lobster, of course. And one bears in mind, these are all bottom feeders. So what are they eating? A bunch of junk.
Oh, Christy's saying best cocktail to pair with game bird. I'm thinking something with whiskey.
I would go two ways with that.
Although you could also do a nice dry white wine.
You know, the game pheasant really to me sounds like Highland, which sounds like whiskey, sounds like Scotch whiskey to me. So
I just said whiskey.
You did say whiskey. I'm being very specific with the Scotch because I think the smokiness pairs with the game meat well. And normally, your single malt you're going to want to have straight up because it doesn't really play well with others. Your blended. There's a lot of great stuff you can do with a blended whiskey. You could do like a Scotch Manhattan. You could do Rusty Nail. You could do like Scotch. Make it basically a very light sour, like just very sparing on the lemon and the sour, and then add that twist. I think that there's a good way to go right there. Definitely.
I think you could do like a nice Riesling or something.
That's a good idea too. In cocktail land, I would lean towards the whiskey for sure.
Oh, Marty says, I like yakitori chicken liver. Oh, I've never had it, but okay. Great with acai.
Acai. Boy, this has turned into this total food episode.
I know. Like, I've learned not to get too attached to our theme because it always just morphs.
People, ramble amongst yourselves because that's the life. That's what it's all about. Can I grab a little bit of water?
Oh, good night, Devin.
Hey, good night to you.
All right, can you catch up while
I'd be glad to.
Actually, I'll take a shaker if you don't mind.
Elevator down.
Thank you.
You need one of these.
Oh, wild turkey. Yes, Elizabeth. Duh. Wild turkey. Elizabeth on YouTube is saying wild turkey.
How could I possibly have missed that?
Oh, thank you, Aaron. Aaron just bought some items through our Amazon store. You know, if you enter Amazon through our store, we get a commission even if you don't buy anything from our actual store. So, I get what the trip down exotic meats, right? I had no idea that was going to happen.
All of you vegetarians and vegans out there, I'm sorry. We actually have recently prepared, you recently prepared the vegan spam which we made, which was really just little bits of very stiff tofu.
We should serve
with a marinade, and it was very good. So I would do it again.
We should do it on the live. Maybe next week we'll do this vegan spam because it came out quite well.
It did.
So for my next drink.
It worked well, not only for texture, but like it charred. It charred up because of all the stuff that was in it. So it was a good idea.
We'll be using
rye.
Drink. 2 ounces of rye, to be precise.
Oh, better with Sapporo.
Oh, Sapporo. Wow.
Oh. Hey, paging Philmark.
Yeah, exactly. Better with Sapporo.
I think that's an excellent idea. All time.
Ron Burgundy's voice. Yeah, the vegan spam came out well. It doesn't, you know, it's not exactly like spam, but it's quite good and has the same form factor.
Texture was good, had the form factor, and it actually had quite a bit of flavor because of the marinade. So that was worthwhile. One moment to scroll up. Other way. Up. Oh, I'm sorry. Up, you meant.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, so I'm starting with 2 ounces of rye. And then Marty is here. Marty and Nina gave us the grind espresso shot liqueur.
Really nice coffee flavor.
So I'm going to do a third of an ounce of that.
And I think we're at the point where we're almost at.
We're almost out of it.
Yeah. There are some excellent coffee liqueurs out there. This is among them.
A third of an ounce.
Vegan every other day. It's a good idea. Like alternate it. Switch it up. We are not carnivores. We are omnivores. As human beings, we'll eat anything, which is part of the problem. But the simple fact is, do it. Eat everything. It's all good for you.
Tiny splash of fresh lemon juice.
All good for you.
Just like
Okay, so Gabe, take a look at the bottom left of your screen, and you will see Amazon.
It's Amazon.com/shop / Velveteen Lounge.
You can grab that right there. Well, you can't. It's not a hot link, but you can actually copy that in and go.
Yeah. I'm
sorry, you can't hot link to it, but
4 dashes.
Grab it and go.
Of toasted almond bitters.
And again, if you take a look and you say, well, you know, I don't know about any of those products in your store, stay there. Go somewhere else on Amazon, buy something else. We get the credit because you started there. That's right. Very important. You don't have to buy anything that we have curated because maybe you're not into that day. That's okay. That's okay.
2 ounces rye, a third of an ounce of the espresso liqueur, splash of fresh lemon juice, and 4 dashes of toasted almond bitters.
Toasted almond bitters. I forgot we had those. Yeah. Those are a very nice flavor. I'm going to try those again.
Shake with ice. And I have a fun garnish coming up. I hope it works.
We have a question from Chris.
Uh-huh.
I like the way he says, back to the booze. So anyway, kid, you want to finally get back to the booze? I'm going to whip out a cigar.
All-time favorite gin.
Favorite gin? Ooh, good question.
You know, one of my favorites is sitting right here. The Dorothy Parker Rose Petal Gin.
This is a specialty. It's not limited. Well, it does say limited edition. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's an excellent gin. It's a good variation on the standard Dorothy Parker gin. It is coming to you at about 90 proof, I think. Slightly up. The standard Dorothy Parker is an excellent dry, and that adds the rose flavor, which is really good.
Hi, Keith. Good to see you here.
Good to see you indeed.
Hey.
Otherwise, I got to tell you, if I am having a martini,
2 at the most.
2 at the most. Speaking of Ms. Parker.
Speaking of Ms. Parker.
Then I would, I'd be very happy with Gordon's, and that's actually a James Bond thing.
No.
But of course, there's different levels of
I
Gordons
don't
too.
do Gordons.
And I've actually been very happy with Plymouth. That's actually a really good brand. And what else is coming in the market? And otherwise, I say find your local distillery and try their product.
Yeah. Warwick
really
Valley here in New York is a good one. And
we've
not
also
expensive.
tried the Prohibition product. They're both really, really
Prohibition. Good. Okay, I gotta garnish it though.
Mm-hmm. If you would.
I'm going to use a stroopwafel.
The stroopwafel. Stroop.
First encountered these on United Airlines. I think it was United. But we've got some little mini ones, and I put them on a stick. So it's just like a little chocolate cookie. But anyway, did that. Anyway. Did that as
catching up on
as a serving suggestion
here. Okay, yeah. Chris loves the Plymouth. Yeah, it's a really good gin.
Yeah, Plymouth is good.
It's slightly different, but it's a good London dry style.
This is great. I love this.
The Dorothy Parker, not too floral. I would definitely try it. If you have an opportunity to try it in a place, that's good before you decide to buy a bottle, invest in a bottle, and see how you like it.
Remind
try
me,
it in your
Amy,
favorite
we'll
gin
bring
cocktail.
some to Ohana.
We can do that. Have we used all the bitters on the page? Probably. I don't think that we've put anything on there that we haven't.
Oh, we haven't been to Seattle.
I've not been to Seattle.
No. Oh, try this. It's really good, by the way.
Oh, I will definitely try that.
Yeah.
Cheeky bar with veganese. Hey, you know?
I've heard of it. We've seen friends post pictures from there.
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a nice. You started with
rye.
With the rye. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good rye.
It's got just a little hint of the coffee.
And Chris, you're a gin fan. If you can procure the Dorothy Parker product, definitely try it. That's coming to us. I think it's New York Distilling.
Yeah.
Which is in Brooklyn, and they've been making liquor now for over 10 years, and they are turning out excellent product. Really, really good product. I remember talking to their founder when we were at Tales of the Cocktail, and he was a good, like, level-headed guy, and he's just like, they're trying stuff. They're trying fun stuff. Sour cherry.
Can you really bruise gin? Oh, sour cherry. Oh yeah, so good.
Okay, Aaron. Here's the deal about bruising gin. You
got him started.
You can beat up your liquor all you want, but it's liquor. How the hell are you supposed to actually, like, what are we talking about?
Bruise
the whole idea that you can damage the flavor without, like, throwing in some alkaline or acid or something like that.
Thank you, Gabriel.
Is idiotic. All this idea is somebody's idea of, like, how it should be done. At the end of the day, you can stir or shake a martini and you'll get there. We can bear a few things in mind. A, if you stir it, it's going to take longer for it to get cold. This is why I shake them, because I'm impatient. I want the cocktail now. In 15 seconds, pour it cold. I'm not going to sit there stirring because it's some kind of delicate stuff. It's liquor. It's 80 proof. It'll handle it. Jeez, wake up, people. Not you, Aaron. You asked an honest question. And the second thing is that who in the world asks for a shaken martini? James Bond. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, Frasier.
It's good enough for Bond. It's good enough for me. There you go.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Errol. It was United. Yeah, the stroopwafel.
Oh, and thank you, Gabriel.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You will love these things. They're super cute. They fit on all those glasses. They're pretty indestructible. I think they're actually made out of neoprene rubber or silicone. I think they're silicone. You could practically throw heat at them and they would take it. But they're totally impervious to the liquor. So they're great. And you can identify your cocktails. Everyone at your party will have a different cocktail, so they know, right? No mistaking. Definitely. The stroopwafels. We first got those, probably also in United.
The dare. So that would happen in reverse with us. Yeah. He says, for those of you who can't see these comments, Il got a stroopwafel first on United, brought it home to share with Lisa. Adair said, so later I inquired if we should try it. Lisa laughs and says, I already ate it.
Ate it?
That would be me. Like, I would put something in the cabinet and I'd be like, oh, yeah, let's have that thing. And he'd be like, I ate it.
Ate it. The general idea with these is that you're supposed to take this guy, because this is sort of a caramel filling between a couple of what looks like waffles. you're supposed to take this and put it on top of your coffee. So the miniature size, it's a bit difficult to do that, but the idea is to heat it up. And you might have to be creative with these minis to make that happen. So let's actually... I just thought they'd
be a cute garnish.
Speaking of cafe, let's have some coffee, shall we? And my second...
Chris says Paul is my spirit animal.
Yeah, we're trying. We're really trying.
Dandelion and burdock.
We actually have dandelion root tea made over there. And I was thinking of making some cocktails, some mocktails with it, as a matter of fact, because we've done that. It's an excellent sub for the liquor.
Closed. Oh no.
Oh, which one?
Portland. Is it? I know that there's a vegan tiki bar in Seattle that's still open because we have friends who posted from there recently. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same one, but there is one in Seattle.
And we were recently at, it's not a tiki bar, but boy do they serve good tropical drinks and mugs.
Lisa has no regrets. I love it.
Where were we in Boston most recently?
Oh, Woosung Road.
Cambridge. Woosung Road. We actually tried. I believe this
Dan
was
and Elaine.
Very likely inspired by Amy talking about this place. This is excellent. Really fascinating. It's like a really narrow footprint for a restaurant.
Yeah,
but they have two levels.
I loved it.
The decor is excellent. The food is
Elizabeth's a pan addict.
spot on. Very cool. Oh yeah, please. I am.
Hi, Peter.
Definitely interested in the enamel pins. It's just one of those things I've had since I was young. And I guess there were a few of them kicking around the house, and I thought, cool. Speaking of impervious, these things can take a lightning strike.
Chris says I've been bougie, and icing my glass and stirring my martinis takes forever. I don't know.
This is the pain in my ass.
I stir
I'm not
mine
about to do
too.
that. I shake the damn things. And you know what? Bruising? What are you smoking? There's no such thing as bruising.
Oh, it says one in Seattle is close to. Okay, well there is a place in Seattle. I don't know if it's the same place, but
okay. So we
were there for like a second.
We blasted in and blasted out. We
didn't
literally
stay.
Just there
we
fast
didn't stay.
In and out. It was just a suggestion. Yeah. We went and did. So we need to plan a return trip and make it a more extensive thing. And see y'all.
Yeah, we literally came in, ate, and left.
So I'm making some coffee.
And we weren't driving, so.
With instant coffee because I'm not about to bother brewing at this hour.
Well, you should use the Javi.
I've already got this set up. I should have used the Javi, but I didn't. I'm literally making 4 ounces, which is what I'm going to use. There we go.
I didn't know until just this moment that we have instant coffee.
This little beauty is on our Amazon store. It's not very much. It's a great kettle, and of course, check out that color. Big fun. So.
Oh, Amy.
I like having these appliances kicking around. So we're going to give that a bit of a stir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aww.
We will see you before long, and if we plan it, we'll see you sooner than that.
Now I feel
We're mobile. We're mobile. So I'm going to give this a stir, and this is basically done. And the next thing I want to do is from Mr. B. Speaking of Boston.
Okay.
And who?
Okay, so there is a vegan place in Seattle. It must be a different one. Okay, good.
So things happen. I was looking for ideas for coffees, and this little volume simply calls for Mexican coffee. I thought, well, that sounds like Irish coffee, but change up the base liquor, and it basically is. So we are going to, let's see.
With instant coffee.
This calls for a preheated mug. I happen to have some more hot water, so we're going to do that. I'm using a Trader Vic's mug. This is one of their coffee mugs. I believe they put their coffee grog in this baby. It's sort of like an African head design, which I think is very respectful of the African head. And so let's heat that up. A little bit of that. You notice a spoon there. The ceramic should be able to handle this no problem, but I always like to have a long spoon there to disperse. It's a good idea. I'm going to grab a dump bin here so that we can do that.
Oh, yeah, we've never been to Seattle. We've never been to the Pacific Northwest.
Never been to Pacific Northwest. California, plenty of times. Southern California, Central California, certainly. But never north of Bay Area. Most north we've been actually is, in fact, Bodega Bay.
Bodega Bay.
Bodega Bay. It was a great film shoot. It's a really cute little town.
Fun.
It is very remote. You really have to drive some dinky water roads to get to Bodega Bay. So, but it's worth your time. It's a cute little place. Very New England. All right. Still put that out there. And since we're still using heat, still maintaining that spoon. I'm not entirely sure Trader Vic's finds that
I thought you were
critical.
shaking boiling water. I was like, what?
I kind of did all over here, so I'm going to clean that up. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, this calls for an ounce of coffee liqueur. Happen to still have the grind, going to use it. There we go.
Okay, so let me write this down.
Yep.
So what are we doing?
Ounce of coffee liqueur. This is Mexican coffee.
Okay.
I think there's 10 ways to make this. We've seen it done in Mexico, which involved flame.
I know.
And pouring liquor.
I expect a show.
And I'm not about to do that right now, but perhaps in a later episode, because boy, it is good. It is good when you get it.
When we want to burn the house down.
When we burn it, no, you're not going to. You got to have a fire extinguisher. Seriously, folks, safety, safety. The next thing they call for is an ounce of Blanco tequila. Well, I probably got Reposado, and I do.
We don't have Blanco.
Reposado. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I did? I did this even smarter by pre-infusing the tequila with some lemon peel. I had a lot of lemon fragments left over from trimming all of those lemon peels that I made earlier. So this is pre-lemony, which is good. And I'm going to very carefully pour that on.
Oh, that's so funny. Jennifer says, does Seattle still get partly sunny weather, whereas Southern California gets partly cloudy?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, that just sounds right.
I never thought about it that way, but it makes sense.
That was 1.5 ounces of the infused tequila. This also
okay, Lisa's been. Errol took me to Seattle for vacation. He took me to his old stomping grounds. Oh, I love that.
4 ounces of brewed coffee. In we go.
Okay. So far it's the liqueur, the tequila, and coffee.
Yep. And you're right, I should use the Javi. I kind of forgot about it. That's not to say that I'm forgetting about Javi, it's just that it's in the fridge and it's not in my eyesight. Giving this a stir.
Giving this a
stuck for a second. I thought there's nothing sticky in there, so what?
All right. Is that all that goes into that?
That's it. Let's give it a try. Actually, that's quite nice. The liqueur is sweet enough. I like the fact that I added the lemon peel to the tequila to sort of like infuse some of that.
Oh yeah,
flavor.
That's good.
The lemon flavor with coffee is kind of a classic. Just a bit of the peel. If you're going to do a peel, take a vegetable peeler and just get a very thin strip and use as little pith as possible. It's not pithy.
Burning down the house. Let's hope not. But yes.
Yeah, I hope not. Please. Always have a fire extinguisher handy.
Aww.
That's what I got to say.
All right, we're getting some love for the mug. Yeah, we got 2 of them from Trader Vic's, but I went on their website earlier and I didn't see them. So you could probably go to like
drink slowly when you try this guy.
eBay.
Yep.
Or
try the usual secondary sources, and probably worth dropping a line to Vic's to see if they're just temporarily out of this product, because of course this is coming to them from somewhere else in the world, and supply lines are still disrupted.
Yep.
So they may have simply taken it down because they can't sell them right now. But if you were in a Vic's in, say, Atlanta or Emeryville, or I don't know, UAE, you could always ask about these. They may have them in stock. You never know what a place is just going to have in the back. If you're visiting one of your neighborhood place that's been there forever, that has figural mugs, Chinese restaurant that has the drinks with the tropicals, ask about stuff. We asked at a place called Jan's, and they happen to have stock on their salt and pepper shakers. So we got a pair of them right over there. Jan's is now gone, so I guess we're glad we did that at the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Classic place.
Do it while you can.
If I had the capital, I would buy the footprint and just reestablish Jan's, because it was so cool. So.
Some sun, nonetheless.
Some sun. Anyway,
it sounds like here.
Mexican coffee. This is very simple. The recommendation back from Mr. Boston was garnish with whipped cream, chocolate shavings.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Doesn't that usually come with whipped cream?
Usually you'll put a lot of that kind of stuff in there. And that's a good idea. I don't think we have any whipped cream right now.
You could go out there and whip it.
I could go out there and whip it.
Whip it good.
I could dull whip it good. It's so true. But right now, I was kind of in the mood for just like a coffee drink, like a little bit of sweetness and the liquor. This is working well. If you were to do an Irish coffee, obviously enough, you would use a different base liquor. And the classic way is actually to float that cream on top. So you have the layer. You could always just shake that up and pour in, and it looks like a Baileys. So there you go. We are still within March, so I'm still thinking about St. Pat's. Irish coffee seemed like a good idea.
Oh, Lisa, I know. I miss being able to play music in the background. Maybe we should get some sounds like music.
The fakes? We're still going to get...
Sounds like all these famous bands.
Yeah, we're still going to get nailed. That's the thing. I think that the robot is fairly insensitive.
Or we get some background music that is scored for us.
Well, we could always do that, and then you own the copyright, and away you go.
It would be the same music every week, but...
Heck, we used to do that. We used to have a record that was really, really ancient, and I would play it thinking that, I'm not going to get nailed. Well, eventually we got nailed.
Yes, Devo.
Devo! Bing. I actually highly like the idea of having a score for this show. Like maybe a 2-hour score that we could play that
oh my gosh.
would just last for the entire length of the episode. Hello. And then we do it the next week.
I like the world's longest elevator ride.
Yeah, seriously. Elevator music, folks.
That's really like glugging.
I think this is actually designed to be used.
I was going to say, maybe straw.
With one of these.
It's like glug, glug, glug.
And it actually is a good idea. I'm just saying. So
I'm afraid it's going to go all over your face. All over your face.
Boil.
Anyone remember that commercial? All over your face.
Now, if you do go to...
If you remember that, chime in.
If you go to Spotify, I think you'll still find we have a page there which still has playlists. I just don't know if they will play properly for you. And
yeah, we started paying for Spotify.
Yeah. But there were specific reasons for that, and they maintain until I hear otherwise. I appreciated having access to a gazillion things. I know that many people were saying that their artists really don't get paid. Well, they certainly still don't get paid much, and we knew that going in. So there are other options. Honestly, these days I've been going and getting a lot of CDs out of the library because there's an excellent jazz selection out of the local library. And I'm just listening to them. And they sound fine. They sound just fine. So there you go.
Don says, Irish cream, alcoholic. Irish coffee, alcoholic. Irish butter, sadly, not alcoholic.
Don, we've got to talk to the Irish Trade Council about that. Maybe we could improve that situation. We'll see what we can do.
He sounds like all
the various and sundry relatives. Well, interestingly, there of course is the gag about Irish coffee being...
Lisa.
Irish coffee is the perfect food because it has all 4 food groups. Sugar, fat, alcohol, and caffeine. There you go. Well...
The breakfast of champions.
Breakfast of champions. Apparently it was at some point in time because it was really popularized.
Oh, Julie, I do too. Julie says, I kind of love the elevator supermarket versions of 60s songs. I love that stuff.
If you grew up going to supermarkets where this sort of stuff was being played, then that was a certain era which we remember well. And I kind of think that when I go to the supermarket, I expect that. And I don't get that. We're getting like Depeche Mode. And then like some really execrable stuff from the same period. I'm like, well, give me the Depeche Mode
music
anyway.
For the win.
Yep. Yeah.
Music police can't even recognize that now. Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, we need to just have our own. Just our own.
And
we'll go through all the copyright.
To really ramp up on the keyboard and start noodling around and playing theme, my own theme.
Angst. All the copyright angst.
Yeah.
We did that when we first started using our theme song on our videos. Immediately got like a copyright claim. It was written for us.
You got a copyright claim.
Yeah,
I think. How do you even recognize that this is music that was composed? Where was this registered?
We got it straightened out.
The robot actually identifies that this is sort of a structured piece of music and says copyright claim without any sensibility whatsoever.
He's like Paul McCartney.
I really wasn't trying. I can't do that upcountry accent to save my life. Certainly not Liverpool. But I got to tell you, there's you hear that from time to time. It's very distinct.
It's like your relatives.
Very distinct. McCartney actually did have Irish relatives. That's Dustin McCartney. Although he didn't sound like that. He just sounded like Liverpool. So, production music. I wonder if we could score. Just kind of pave rights on some specific thing.
Bossa Nova, Oregon would probably get pinged. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. We're probably talking to more than a few musicians here. Does anybody want to compose a score for us?
We'll pay you.
We would pay you. And if you
We're not
could
asking
give us,
you to work for free.
if you give us about a 2-hour slot, that would cover everything we'd ever need. It could be like really sort of randomized background stuff. It would be pretty awesome if it did work like that. And it could sound a lot like elevator or supermarket music of the 70s.
It would be the same music every week.
It would be the same music every week, and that would be fine by me too. I could play it here. You wouldn't have to go to any sort of spurious service and download it. You could just listen to us coming up from here on our excellent sound system.
You guys
surround sound.
Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie. So the Velvetones.
Where's my organ?
It's looking like the Velvetones did book a gig this summer.
We will let you know, and soon enough to make sure that things are as they are.
Yes,
but
we are
negotiating with said producer and.
Oh yeah, Lisa's saying the clams. Okay, Dan, if you're still here, we got to vote for the clams. And Peter's saying Glendora's theme would be great. Okay, also written by Dan
Also written by Dan.
of the clams.
Yeah.
Yes, we're getting some love for your music here, Dan.
Yeah, if anybody wants to. Score. We're thinking that elevator music kind of thing. That if you want to aim at Percy Faith 1970s, that's a pretty good benchmark right there. Not Ray Conniff necessarily. We don't need vocals going on, but the instrumental side of things. James Last. That's a pretty good benchmark.
Well, we can just have the occasional like popping out of nowhere
vocal hit. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
But sort of like an endless. Theme that just goes on and meanders. That kind of stuff.
Endless theme.
The endless theme.
Oh, he did. The mayor. Yes, the mayor of Exotica did our theme too.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Velveteen Lounge, like the edited.
Oh yes, Amy. Yeah. I have noticed.
I was name checking Dep Mode, but frankly, that's way too hip. They're playing a lot of things that I don't even want to mention right now that are just of that era. And it's because our age group is shopping in the supermarkets, and I think, seriously, I didn't listen to that music then. I don't want to listen to it now. So shut up. I will program your music.
The clams.
Yeah. Hey.
Yes. Okay.
There we go. Big.
Yeah, you know what, Amy? We will be in touch with you, but that is a definite possibility. So yeah, let's keep that on the front burner.
All the zoos are making me think of Mad Men.
No, but to get back to the music of our youth in the supermarket.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I go at the same time. But there's a particular block of music that they play at ShopRite that is so awful. It's
pretty bad. And it involves things that you despise.
Literally come home in a bad mood.
Yeah, you do. You'll come home and you're just in like foul mood and you're like, ah!
I know. And
like,
it's
they play the music again, didn't they?
Because it's like everything they play is more awful than the last thing they played.
Why?
By the time I get out of there, I'm just really kind of angry.
Ready to kill. It's just...
It is like, it's
heavy.
Stupid.
It's heavy.
Xenomorph, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
If you have an idea, my friend, away we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have an idea, let's talk. Oh, Glenn Branca. Hilarious. I need 50 guitars playing in unison. Now there's fun.
50 guitars playing in unison. There was an article about Charo in the New York Times today.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
Oh, yeah. We just had a vote for... What was it over here? Man from Uncle.
Oh, yes.
Look, Man from Uncle had, at the time, basically had 3 albums. Man from Uncle, More from Man from Uncle, and then Girl from Uncle. Okay? The 3 of these things, they were rescored for albums. They're all cool. If you find them, pick them up. Pick them up. There's an English CD which has the 2 Man from Uncle things on a disc. Pick it up. And then Film Score Monthly actually put out 3 volumes of Man from Uncle music. And this features a ton of Robert Drasnin. It is so cool.
Although, speaking of Robert Drasnin.
Great stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of Robert Drasnin and Film Score Monthly, they also put out the Chips soundtracks.
2 volumes of Chips.
No, I think it's more than that.
They're very cool. Because Drasnin did for them too, as well as... Who was the... composer on Chips?
Yeah, his name is... Okay, Film Score Monthly still Okay.
Still kicking. I remember seeing this guy back when I worked in the store. He was.
Okay, hold on.
It was at Lucas, I think. He was really excited about all that stuff, and he's still doing it.
Hold on.
This is awesome because he's talking like
we're both gonna be like, yes.
He's talking to John Barry and Jerry Goldsmith, like just these giants of the field. I
hold on.
Just really enjoy all of these scores.
Okay, hold on. CDs.
I haven't really heard a terrible thing from Barry or Henry Mancini.
The Chips ones are just...
And what was it? Just like
Alan Silvestri.
Silvestri.
That's the one you're thinking of, yes.
Yeah. Who at the time was kind of known as the disco composer because of Chips.
I could just put on the Chips CDs and be happy.
And let them rip. 4 volumes.
Yeah, I know. It was definitely more than 2.
This is crazy. This is craziness.
Oh, Peter says the last time I was in the grocery store, they played Joy Division. No, when I'm there, they tend to play, like, Billy Ocean.
We were in the thrift store recently, and what did I hear? All of this 60s folk that was really weird.
Don, I believe it. They will pick up on a standard song like that for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie, yes. Yeah, when they're playing a song you love and they interrupt it, because that happened to me the other day. They were playing something, it was making me really happy, and then they just totally interrupted it.
Attention, shoppers, attention, shoppers. In aisle 5, we have a special on cabbage.
And it wasn't even, like, clean up. Like, I understand that maybe that's a safety issue. It was like, this is your personal shopper. Like, don't interrupt good songs for this.
Yeah, you can hang on that.
Crappy songs.
You can hang on that.
Interrupt Billy Ocean.
When we
Sorry if you're watching,
when we get to Katrina and the Waves, yeah, you can do that.
Oh, God.
Seriously.
The horrible music when you're put on hold. Oh, Errol. Yes.
We can bear in mind that back in the day, there was a whole corporation.
Hi, Kalaka Boy.
There was a whole corporation devoted to background music. That was the Muzak Corporation.
Oh, Bubble Black Milk
Anybody remember Muzak? Muzak actually issued albums. Some of them were promo, some of them were not. And we have a couple of Muzak albums, and they're hilarious because they are programmed. They just kind of like the music rises and falls, and it does that sort of thing. It's amazing. And then there's 101 Strings, who issued 1 billion records between 1952 and about 1972. And we have some of those too, and some of those are really good.
Oh, Jennifer, yes, get out of my dreams. This is Caribbean Queen. I was like, oh, God. It just makes me want to drive a stake through my temple. It really does.
Okay, so Jennifer, get out of my dreams and into my car. Yes. Are we talking harassment case or what? I'm just
yeah. No, that was
Billy,
bad.
Stalker Billy, hello. Yeah,
that was terrible.
And I hear that now, and I'm like, what's with these lyrics? There's a real problem.
It was, and then it was also. I'm sorry if this is anyone's favorite song, but they also played "Come On, Eileen." I was just like, oh, slap, slap, slap! Like
I despise that song, and actually, that group has a lot more going on.
I think Muzak still exists.
It probably does.
Yeah, I think it does.
Back in the day,
exists as a.
Back in the day, Muzak actually programmed like I think 3 hours worth of entertainment, and they would serve it up to the stores on an open reel tape or this massive. Continuous play cartridge. There was this huge 8-track that the stores would play. And
Blue Line Special.
There's a guy on YouTube who has all of this ancient equipment, and he actually has that machine that plays that massive 8-track.
Aaron, you're
hilarious.
Singing Paul's song once again. I just want to catch up over here.
Please.
Okay. There's a story about hold music that was so popular, so many people wanted to know who or what it was. Wow, okay. The hold music I hear is uniformly horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. These days.
Oh, okay. There's a piece of music that I heard as a kid that I've wondered about for ages. As recently as last year, I found out who it was. It's called AM New York by First Mode Quartet. Okay.
Big fun.
All right. I don't know it.
There's a couple of things I used to hear on my mother's easy listening station that I cannot identify. And once I do, I will let you know. But right now, it is impossible. And I'll see. Because it's just a motive. It's just a motive that goes through my brain.
You're also talking about funny lyrics that you hear outside. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, Muzak. Okay, hold on. There's so many comments happening.
All right. You start talking about that. That Devo Muzak was one of the first of its kind around 1983, maybe. Devo did
Throbbing
music of
Gristle. Oh, Throbbing Gristle. Throbbing Gristle.
I'll tell you, I'm not as familiar with Psychic. I'm more familiar with Throbbing Gristle because we have a couple of albums, and that Greatest Hits thing, which is a great cover, by the way, was A, the first time I'd heard anything that sounded like industrial music, and B, the first time I'd ever heard of somebody called Martin Denny.
Oh, okay, yeah, Lisa's with me on Come On. Oh yeah, and then what else did they play that day?
Did they play The Hideousness? I'm just asking. You know.
They did not play Walking on Sunshine, my personal least favorite song of all time.
I remember being in a pizza joint circa 1983 and waiting for a pizza, and it took forever to arrive. And the jukebox, some moron kept playing Come On Eileen. I really wanted to kill that day. I wanted to steal somebody's quarters and say, I'm sorry, you can't play anything anymore. Stop it. Stop it, I say. It was just torturous. I still hate that song.
Aaron is asking, y'all ever had a Laserdisc player? Take it away, Paul.
We still own a Laserdisc player. We acquired that from a friend who was offloading some equipment, and we acquired a handful of discs, and then we acquired a huge amount of discs. So we actually have a lot of early 90s
We have
films.
a lot of great movies on Laserdisc.
There's a lot of great pictures like Apollo 13 and a lot of stuff that's kind of like questionable. And for some reason, we have a large selection of Spike Lee movies on Laser.
Which is, I'm down with that.
And like the 2 or 3 things I ever picked up on Laser just because they were kind of funny. There's a 4-pack of Are You Being Served, the British TV series on Laserdisc. There is the documentary of the making of the cast album for Company in 1970, which was a TV special in 1971. And it was intended to be part of a series, and it never launched. So this is the only one. It is excellent. If you're a theater fan, you have to see this. Oh,
that was the one with Elaine Stritch, where she had to keep doing it over and over again.
Endless takes.
It's hard to watch, actually.
Endless takes of...
She couldn't get it, and she couldn't get it.
The Ladies Who Lunch. Yeah. It's just... But then she goes back the next day and nails it.
Yeah,
so that's
but she had to go home. But, like, I know for me, like, if I had to go home that night with that pressure on me, that would have been hard.
Yeah, Stritchy was Stritchy. So that is excellent. That's worth your time. It features Dean Jones, who actually left the cast shortly thereafter. But it's really cool. So we have that on a Laser. That's the only way we have that. So I have to keep a Laser player until we transfer it.
Kimberly Rue of the Soft Boys. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Because I actually adore the Soft Boys. And, like, that song is terrible. Man, was he cashing in. Goodness. Soft Boys' first 2 albums, I think we've got on CD.
Oh, wait.
Good stuff.
Aaron has a copy of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane on Laserdisc? Oh, my God.
Good grief.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, can you play it? I assume you have a Laserdisc player. Just saying.
Quarters, put them in a sock and beat people with them. Oh, people play songs over and over in public places. Yeah, that's not okay. Well, the best story is my aunt, who was a flight attendant. And she had a story about the airport in El Paso that would just play the song El Paso over and over again. Can you imagine if you worked in the airport?
You either got immune to it or you committed homicide. I think there were a lot of homicides in Texas that were directly related to the song El Paso. I happen to like this song. I think it's a great story song. I happen to like Marty Robbins. But if I heard that 24 hours a day, I would kill everybody.
Oh, okay. So we've got love for Mrs. Slocum on both Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. Yes, Mrs. Slocum.
She's she's amazing.
Mr. Humphreys, are you free? Yes. Yes.
We every Christmas have to watch that first Christmas episode with like when he gets his tie stuck in the till and it's just like, just press no cell. I can't do that because you are the senior manager on the floor.
CDU, the Christmas display unit.
The Christmas display unit is hilarious. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you gotta watch Are You Being Served? Christmas episode. We have that on DVD so you can watch it.
I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to go to.
Say no more.
I don't want to go to social media jail, but
please.
Yeah, just watch the Christmas. It's called the Father Christmas Affair.
Okay, Aaron, so we need to get together so you can actually watch said disc because we could play that for you.
Oh, God.
All I can say is that we have a handful of VHS tapes that we actually still need to watch on VHS. And upconverting to the 1080i format is usually a pretty terrible thing. So we really need to replace all of those, although they're a little obscure.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it.
But the
Captain Peacock.
No, the whole cast, that ensemble cast is one of the greatest ever done. It is so funny. They're so well done.
Yep.
And it's just this department store. It just looks very well. That Christmas one with that whole bit with the Al Jolson song. Oh, good grief.
Oh, no.
You kind of can't do that these days, but it's hilarious when they do it.
Oh, yeah, John Inman.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually came to Pittsburgh to do a show about his time on Are You Being Served? Oh my God.
Wow.
Did you go?
Oh, yeah.
Did you go?
Just asking for a friend.
Oh. My gosh.
Well, I'm out.
I'm out too. What are we going to do?
Oh, my. I'm out. Oh, my. What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? Our drinks are gone.
And I'm highly caffeinated because I just had a full cup of heavy coffee. So, hi, folks. I'm here for hours. Probably not going to do that, but we need to do a thing because we're still here talking to friends
so thirsty
about things.
Having some water.
We've got some great topics going on. We've actually been through organ meats and into classic TV and elevator music. Oh, boy. When we were young, elevator music was such a joke, but now I listen to a lot of it. You know?
Oh, okay. So Lisa introduced Errol to Are You Being Served?
Oh, yeah.
Mom introduced me to Are You Being Served? I think she's still here. Oh, Hyacinth Bouquet. Oh, yeah. Keeping Up Appearances, too.
Bouquet Residence.
The Bouquet Residence, Lady House speaking. Yes.
I always think of...
Captain Freacock. Oh.
Are you pee?
No. No, did that really happen? Oh.
Hilarious. Yeah. So, what shall we do? What shall we do? There are many things. We're still talking caffeinated drinks. What do we have that has caffeine? I still have some more Earl Grey tea.
Peter's asking, would an orange liqueur work with coffee?
Yes.
Yes.
Let us demonstrate that.
I agree. And I was also thinking, like, maybe a kind of coffee sangria thing.
I have plenty of water here. Let's make some coffee.
I'm thinking wine.
So let's actually
I was thinking coffee liqueur.
with
coffee liqueur
because I didn't do this before.
Coffee liqueur and wine.
What happened to my measuring cup? Oh, it's right here. Okay, here we go.
I'm sure I don't know. I was thinking coffee liqueur and wine. I wasn't thinking of actual coffee.
I am.
Okay, well, great. You do you.
Yeah, so you do you. I'm going to go find the Javi because it was suggested to me.
All right. I think... Oh, wait, we have some white wine. I was going to say the only wine we have is... Oh, yep, Onslow. Okay, all right. We're getting some low for keeping up appearances. Ab Fab. Oh, Ab Fab. I love Ab Fab, Lisa. Oh, Errol says, Lisa says, I'm Onslow. Oh, no.
All right. Recall that the actual bottle says packs a punch because this is a full cup of coffee for every teaspoon, I
Gil
think.
says, songs that drive you crazy. When I was a teenager, I worked at a popular Western steakhouse. And the bar lounge had a jukebox. And dudes play Elvira over and over again. It drove you freaking bonkers, I bet. Oh my God. Oh no.
Somebody's going to kill, and that will be you.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like they would have to admit that as evidence. He had a good reason. They had it coming.
You really, really did. 1 to 2 teaspoons.
Papa. Oh yeah.
For a perfect cup of coffee. I'm going to call that a cup of coffee 6
Young
ounces.
Mr. Grace.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, Mom says Young Mr. Grace.
He's a classic.
Yeah, Ab Fab is good.
All right, so I'm making this a bit strong. It's about 6 ounces of coffee, which is a coffee cup. Give that a bit of stir.
Oh, that makes me Daisy. I love Daisy.
She kind of suffers a bit.
Yeah.
Onslow does occasionally, but he's a bit insensitive.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
I don't even know.
What have you
coffee
done?
and orange liqueur. We were talking about, can it withstand the Grand Marnier? I think absolutely it can.
Okay, so...
And what would that be? A good base for Grand Marnier would probably be brandy. So we're going to actually let that sit for a second.
Oh, so you used the Javi this time? I
did use the Javi this time. Yeah. So should this be a cocktail or should this be a hot thing? I kind of think it's a cocktail, which means I need to do the following.
Oh, Aaron, I know. Aaron says, I'll buy the finest tiki ingredients and spend hundreds of dollars curating my bar. And with wine, I'll take the $4 bottle of Aldi Pinot Grigio. If our Aldi sold wine, I would be all about doing that. They can't sell wine in supermarkets in New York.
You can sell this diluted wine.
They can only sell like low alcohol
wine. Like you can probably get Bartles and James, just like this bottom of the barrel kind of stuff. So you can buy Planck in your Aldi. Okay, that's good.
This is so funny. Oh, Mrs. Slocum and her pussy.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of hilarious.
I had to moderate that comment, by the way. They held that comment for review.
It's amazing you can actually use that term and people are going to get all freaked out about it. Notice the spoon.
Young Mr. Grace knew how to hire a secretary.
Yeah, he did, too.
I love the turn this
large spoon inside the mixing glass is a good idea.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
I'm going to get a couple ounces worth of this coffee.
Peter says Patsy from Ab Fab was the woman of my dreams.
Yeah, pretty much.
My older sister's highest says, I love this. So funny. Okay, oh wait, hold on. What? Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Focus!
I'm sorry, I just hallucinated. What?
Focus, Hinkle! That's a reference, by the way.
He's not just yelling at me. All right.
I'm going to give you an ice cube in there because I want this to get cold. Actually, I'm going to give you a couple ice cubes. And they were completely going to dissolve. I made very strong coffee with the Javi, so this can withstand the ice cubes. And I'm giving 2 ounces of the coffee.
2 ounces.
Yep.
Coffee. All right.
I'm stirring this to get it quite a bit cooler. As soon as those ice cubes are done, this is simply going to be warm. Jack's
I can.
Okay, that's fascinating.
What?
Yep. I'm sorry.
Don't watch TV. I get jealous when I hear people able to buy liquor in the grocery store. I know. We can't even buy wine. We can buy beer at the grocery store.
Beer.
Or low
any gravity of beer. We can
wine.
buy beer that's a lot stronger than the wine, but we can't buy wine.
Yeah.
Now that's just some wacko thing with laws.
Amy says our Aldi doesn't sell wine either. I blame the Puritans. I also blame the Puritans.
You can blame the literal Puritans.
Yeah.
Seriously. What the hell's wrong with
I'm sure we have some weirdo group we could blame.
As if the Puritans weren't drinking beer 24/7 because water was bad. So we're going to go with 2 ounces of the Raynell. Okay, that's a good place to be.
Brandy.
This is a nice brand of brandy. It's a French brandy that we get. It's not cognac or anything. It's not Armagnac. But it's good, it's repeatable, and makes nice sidecars. So that's what we go with.
This makes me think of when you were in the liquor store. Inflation. He was in the liquor store recently and someone asked about the Hennessy.
Yeah, and the price was up to like $89 the bottle.
So I think he decided to forego
He forewent the Henny. I could use the Grand Marnier because that is what's requested. Sorry, but there it is. Anyway, so we're trying for an orange coffee thing and seeing where it goes. There we go. We're getting low on this too. Oh, jeez. I tell you. Half ounce of the Marnier. Be a good place to be. It never ends, does it? It really never ends. But if we experiment with these things and we tell you, yeah, that was terrible, you don't have to.
That's right.
If we say, that was excellent, you can think about it. And boom, checking the profile, seeing where this is. The bitterness of the coffee may offset this.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty
Elizabeth
good.
says you can even buy hard liquor at Target in Vegas. I know. I love the West. You can just buy hard liquor anywhere. I love that.
The West is anything goes, which is both good and bad. For liquor, it's good.
Brandy, she's a fine girl.
What a good wife. Going to add a half ounce of the lemon juice.
Wait, okay, so hold on. Grand Marnier, half ounce lemon juice. What, did I miss anything?
No.
Okay.
Smelling good so far. Going to get it cold.
All right.
Shake with ice.
Patsy. I love Patsy.
Oh. They're kind of brilliant.
Sappy.
Bubbles, you know.
Bubbles. Oh, God.
Tell you. Who ended up, she was one of the voices in Robbie the Reindeer, that animated special from Aardman. That's just brilliant. And there she is, one of the main characters.
Oh, Orange Blossom Water. You bought Orange Blossom Water. Did you make Florina with it?
No, we with Orange Blossom we make.
I didn't use it. He bought.
I regularly make the Ramos Gin Fizz, which involves an egg white. Now you can do a lot of things with that. You could actually even do aquafaba with that if you want to go completely vegan.
Yep.
But you can do a fresh egg white. You can do the stuff in the carton or whatnot. You can do pasteurized, sure. But we make that. The Ramos is a classic. It's a great brunch drink. We do that frequently. And what else did I do with Orange Blossom? I'm not sure, besides baking. Got to think about that.
Yeah, you got to pick that
Good thing with gin.
Barrel.
Good thing with gin.
Harry says, I'm going to do a Stephen Wright and see if YouTube flags it. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, really, seriously. You got to do one of those routines. So I was at the kitchen table there having lunch at 12 o'clock.
Oh, no.
Midnight.
Yes, sweetie darling.
My mother came out and said, no, that's the other 12.
Oh.
And,
oh, Gil is asking some good places to find tiki clothing.
Well.
Where are you located?
That's a very good question to start with.
One of the best ways, if you want to spend a little bit of money, is to hire a talented seamstress and have them make it. I'm finding lately that that's the best way, but if you're anywhere near Cleveland, there are some fabulous vintage stores.
This shirt came from Akron,
yeah.
But I got several other shirts on that trip that came from Cleveland. So.
Oh, yes, Aaron. Peychaud's and a Sazerac. Yes, indeed.
And there you go. So this is a coffee drink involving coffee, no coffee liqueur, that has Marnier.
That's good.
I think the Marnier is totally standing up to that. Mm-hmm. You could even have a little more Marnier. I think that's a good idea.
I want some wine for mine.
Well.
It's a small world, but I wouldn't want to paint it. Orange Blossom Special. Oh, okay. Yeah. Have we made that?
I'm not entirely sure.
I don't think we have made that, but
I could take a look. I happen
look in the book.
Check
it out.
I had a book. You had a book. Let's see if Mr. B.
I do love Stephen.
All right, Mr. B. Let's see if this has this. The Orange Blossom itself.
Yeah, Gil, let us know where you are. But
okay, Orange Blossom.
Honestly, I found this dress in a thrift store.
This is not your cocktail. This is something different.
Because we know you to be a person of taste.
No, it doesn't involve the Orange Blossom water. It's very simple, and no, that's wrong. So something else is what you're looking for, and we don't have that in front of me. We'll have to look that up.
Lisa, we used to have a Goodwill. I'm still bitter about it.
I am. They went out.
Their landlord, I guess, jacked the rent up, and
they split.
And
And that was right before that big crash around 2008.
Yeah.
And I think, well, that space went unoccupied for 5 years. So somebody got greedy and stupid. Actually, not in that order. Someone got stupid and then greedy. And then you weren't renting to anybody, and now we don't have a goodwill. You sons of bitches. I think they should come back. Because that space is probably still
Amy says it's a song. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the Orange Blossom special, of course.
What were they having in... I told you the other day, and I'm forgetting again. Orange Blossom? Hold on. I gotta do research.
Where was it? It's in there somewhere. So I'm still having coffee, which means I'll be pretty awake for a while. But don't worry. We'll get there eventually. This is very good. The suggestion to pair Marnia with coffee. Good idea. If you're doing a coffee beverage that is like a shot of base liquor filled with coffee, and then you put a liquor in it, Marnia is a great way to go because it's very aromatic.
All right. I did remember this correctly, by the way. In the movie Power of the Dog, they do serve up a tray of orange blossoms.
Orange blossoms.
Orange blossom cocktails.
Okay, the actual orange blossom, according to
this book. And that scene is so awkward. I kind of don't want to make an orange blossom, but yeah.
It's a difficult.
Oh, Aubrey says there's so many Goodwills here in Southwest Florida. I know. It's everybody like. There's one that's it's not far from us, but still like, oh yeah.
It's a little underpowered. Every time we go there, I think you should have more stuff, and they don't. So yeah. I'm not that inspired to go there. The Orange Blossom, according to Mr. B, shot of gin, 3/4 ounce orange juice, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. This is a very simple drink that kind of sounds like a reverse screwdriver.
Oh, Eric, your comment did go through. We got lost, but the fingerprints. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, scroll up and read Eric's comment because it's funny. Stephen Wright. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Big fun.
Oh, you're in the land of happy thrift stores, Gil.
Yeah, seriously. So anyway, again, the Orange Blossom is just a shot of gin, 3/4 orange juice, 1/4 ounce simple syrup. That sounds like a reverse screwdriver or something to me. It's a very simple orangey drink with the gin. It's gin probably because it's a really old drink from the 20s when people weren't supposed to drink. You could do a lot with that. You could just do vodka with that. You could improve that because that's all that is sweetened orange juice and gin. Where's the sour?
I'm just thinking
about that.
Yeah, gin and orange juice and simple syrup because you need more sugar in that. Oh, there's a Goodwill in Wappingers Falls. I did not know that, Peter. Thank you.
Maybe worth my time.
There's one in New Windsor too. It's just not super close. So
and it's not super good. So
we went to the Salvation Army here in Middletown yesterday, and I did find a shirt that I am donating to the Ohana Silent Auction.
Hello. All of you Ohana denizens will be interested to know. Isn't that big fun? And what did I find?
I need some wine for my sangria thingy.
Oh, sure. How much do you need? And can I fill your glass to begin with?
Here. Why don't you use this so you can actually measure it?
Measure out.
Maybe 3 ounces.
3 ounces. Come your way.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to do a sangria thingy.
Thingy.
Oh, fat washing alcohol. Yes. Yes, we have heard of that. Haven't tried, but yes. Yes. Oh, Pittsburgh South Side, Eric is asking about. I don't know. Wait. Come to Goodwill in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Sorry, I'm reading a bunch of comments at one time. Okay. All right, we'll do that. Pittsburgh South Side. I don't know the... I've been to Pittsburgh. I've had great times in Pittsburgh, but I don't know the geography, so I don't know what's the south side. But yeah, I'm sure it's good times because I enjoy Pittsburgh.
All I know is that the south side of Chicago was a man named Leroy Brown.
Oh, thank you.
So,
oh, okay. Yes, fat washing. Yeah, I know. I have heard of it actually.
But I have not
tried it. The bartender's on TikTok doing fat washing.
Yeah, that's where you try to like bleed off some of that fat into your alcohol.
Yeah.
And we've seen that done, and we have seen it turn into like a lot of fat globules and a slick on top of your cocktail.
Yeah.
So it is approach that advisedly, but you are welcome to experiment and report the results because hey.
Oh, Amy has a Hawaiian tea towel to donate to Omaha. I'll bet on it.
That sound like fun?
I'll bet on it. Easter's coming, so what's the best drink? Easter. I think of spring for Easter.
One thing's spring, and one thing's that you start to use the lighter liquors. You might work into gin and light rum and vodka.
I'm going to my bachelor pad article.
There's even some light brandies out there that might work just fine. Yeah, there's some great stuff out there. What works very well if you're cooking the Easter goose or a leg of lamb or that sort of thing. Lamb kind of lends itself to the brown goods. That's one thing. If you're not doing that, there's always the turkey.
Right. I'm going to drop a cocktail in the comments on both.
Ooh, that's a good one.
YouTube and Facebook, assuming I didn't kill our broadcast. Oh, look, I didn't.
I hope not. We're still here.
Okay, wait.
Yep.
Why is it? It's like moderating you guys' comments.
Well,
no one's saying anything awful. Okay, I'm going to drop a recipe on both platforms.
Yeah, I don't need either of these platforms to start telling me who is putting offensive stuff in my comments. None of you are doing that.
Believe me,
so YouTube and Facebook,
I can tell you if someone is dropping offensive
I would know.
Comments.
I would probably know, wouldn't I? Our friends are here to drop salient content into the feed.
There we go.
I'm just saying.
It's been dropped. Okay, so
anyway,
sangria thingy.
Sangria thingy. All right.
The grind espresso shot.
Gotta go for the grind.
I am.
Yep.
All right, so you need a new text box.
I do.
You can get rid of Mr. Happy Coffee Guy if you want.
No, it's okay.
No, to get rid of that.
Text box.
No. Hold on. I'll do it.
No, fine. You got it? Make it happen.
What did you do?
I have no idea.
Cancel. Okay. We'll move him. All right. Here we go.
Got a coffee cup there on the whole feed.
All right. Here we go.
Beat me, Daddy.
I'd rather not. What is the measure on here? I can't read that.
1 ounce.
Okay. I want a ½ ounce of the...
Good to know your shot glasses. They vary.
Espresso. Sure.
The two-sided metal shot is curiously all over the place. We have 5 of these, and they're all different.
I know. I'm going to do the sour cherry again. I've removed the cork.
½ ounce coffee liqueur?
Yes. I've removed the cork. Let's just use it again. This is a sangria. Let's do a ½ ounce of the sour cherry liqueur. And then let's do a ½ ounce of fresh lemon juice.
That's a good place to be.
I thought so.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And then let's fill it with 3 ounces of dry red wine. I'm gonna grab a Swizzle stick.
If that dry red wine happened to be Franzia, well, that would be identical. So
we keep it on hand in case Glendora shows up.
She does from time to time, you know.
Oh.
It's something happy.
Delicious.
So we have some, so here's your thing.
Wait.
Let's catch up on comments. Robin's egg.
Oh.
Oh. Gil, or is that Hill? Favorite? Tiki cocktails.
Trader Vic's grog. Oh, he makes a grog too.
Yeah, I do. I'll make a distinction. There's tiki cocktails and there's tropical cocktails. Before somebody do anything called tiki, they call them tropicals. I tend to call them that, but it's all the same. So, in terms of what you would get inside a figural glass, what do I like a lot? Well, some years ago, we bought this house, and the front of the house is a Florida room. And when we bought the house, it was painted gray and had a lawnmower in it. So it was completely unsuitable for anything tropical. We had to remedy that. So we covered the floor and we decored the place, and it's just crazy little tiki room at the front. Yours. And at the front of the house.
Just wondering.
We had the same idea. It was a good idea. So we have this tiki room at the front of the house, and it's this Florida room. So in summer, it's fantastically hot. And in winter, well, if it's a warm enough day, it's actually bearable. So we have all that going on, and we, around 2005, maybe, started serving Mai Tais in there. And it's still a favorite. It's easy. It's simple. It's a great thing.
I've got to say, I'm still a Mai Tai fan.
We grow mint on the side of the house, so you want mint, go out and boom, done. That's an excellent idea.
I gotta say Mai Tai.
In the winter, the grog is a pretty good idea because it's heavier liquor. I am still fond of the fog cutter from Trader Vic. That is the identifiable Trader Vic drink back in the 60s. All the drink books of that period. Actually, like 40s and 50s drink books. We'll talk about the fog cutter. Fog cutter and zombie. Those were the two drinks you will find. You don't find the Mai Tai until about 1965 in Trader Vic's. And then suddenly it's a thing. And the Mr. Boston Mai Tai from that period is pretty close. It's really not bad.
We will get back into the tiki room. I love the comments. Thank you guys about the tiki room. Thank you everyone. Please. I don't want to say guys.
Please. Guys and dolls. Everybody.
Because I don't want to misgender you.
Oh.
But anyway. Yeah, tiki room. As soon as it warms up, which I thought it was warming up, and then it got completely freezing again. And Did you go out today?
It was cold.
Was it freezing?
It was cold. It's not there yet. Again, we're trying.
I mean, I know it's only March, but geez.
Yeah. But please, seriously, people, we will be there in no time, and we'll be able to do broadcasts from there, and that's a lot of fun because we go to the tropicals. The tropicals are a blast. There's so many things that are worth your time. And
the ice shell. We've done the ice cone.
We have. There is a whole jig you can buy from Jeff Berry that will make your ice cone, which is a lot easier than doing it yourself.
Which would probably be a lot easier. DIY, but
so I recommend that. We do not own one, but I still recommend it because Barry has done the research where I have not.
Can you recreate the copper goblet? Oh, I don't know. Probably.
If you have it, if you have an idea, we could try it.
Hold on.
Yep. In terms of other,
by the way, that was a. Oh wait. The train. Okay. That piece was about the train engine, the Orange Blossom Special. Okay, all right. Okay, the whole conversation about Orange Blossom. All right.
That's fine. We're talking about tropicals here, and what do we also like to make?
Oh.
What is also good in that vein that we will do on a regular basis? There is something called the High Karate, which I believe is actually a Jeff Berry special. That's a good thing.
High Karate is like the horrible cologne.
It's a terrible cologne, but it's a good drink. There's something called the Saturn, which was an award winner in 1967. And the drink contest comes in a Pilsner glass.
Oh, Saturn. That's Amy likes the Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a gin drink. A gin-based tropical. Oh, that's a lot of fun. What else do we love in a tropical?
Gin-based tropical. London Sour's gin-based, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's whiskey-based. Actually. Yeah, it's a whiskey drink.
What is one I'm thinking of that's gin-based?
A gin-based tropical that is a classic that doesn't get a lot of shrift is, in fact, the Royal Hawaiian. Easy, good, easy to screw up, but all you need to do is adjust the balance until it is a really good sour, and that's just brilliant. Great thing.
I got this.
I make that for parties, and people are like, "This is the best thing I've ever had." Big fun, yeah.
Not Pinky Gonzalez, not. It was one of the sours, but it had gin.
One of the Mai Tais.
Yeah, it was like basically a Mai Tai variation with gin.
And as a matter of fact...
Not Eastern Sour, right?
No, the Eastern Sour I think was actually a bourbon drink.
I thought so too. Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see it.
Yeah, interesting. We're going to consult some bar guys.
Yeah, there's a Mai Tai with gin. Singapore. Oh yeah, we love a Singapore Sling. That's a good one.
It is basically an tiki drink, because before anybody was talking tiki, this thing came along and it was a sling. A sling has fruit juice and sour and bitters, and is probably gin based. There's a lot of slings out there. The original Singapore Sling from the actual hotel is lost to history. They don't know what was in it. But there's some pretty good guesses these days.
I'm seeing it called the Empress Mai Tai or the Monkey Mai Tai.
Monkey Mai Tai, wow. But you can make a Singapore Sling from a couple of very reputable formulae from either Jeff Berry or David Wondrich.
Oh, Banana Monkey.
And those will give you a very good drink. I happen to be very fond of subbing maraschino for the cherry liqueur, but you do you. Nothing is right because there is no Singapore Sling authentic.
Lisa, if you have a recipe you want us to try, send it to us, because that sounds great.
Yeah, send it. If you have something you think, I'm not entirely sure about that, we will figure it out so you don't waste your time.
I think I'm thinking Empress Mai Tai.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Singapore Sling is a good thing.
Yeah. We do love a Singapore Sling.
You can get that 10 ways from Wednesday in places that have no idea what they're talking about, but you could actually follow a sort of a Jeff Berry formula and you'd be in very good hands. What he does is a good idea. So.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I love a Mai Tai. 2 at the most.
3!
3 him under the table.
I don't remember.
Forheim passed out in the bushes.
I'm having some more brandy because I'm still drinking and I have nothing in my glass.
Well, that was refreshingly honest.
Let's be real. Let's get small. Mm.
I did not see that live stream that they're talking about on YouTube, but that's cracking me up.
Hilarious. You never know what's going to happen on these things.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We just give
it's the beauty of a live video. Nothing got broken tonight. Well, we're not done. So knock on wood. Nothing got broken.
Dunk. Yeah, knock on my head.
Yeah.
I
shouldn't be cocky.
We've seen breakage recently that was really inexplicable, so I gotta say, watch out, you never know. But, as always, we can give you like 4 to 6 great drinks that are not a waste of your time.
4 to 6 great drinks. I love that.
Well, it's an estimate.
Between 4 and 6.
It's an estimate.
It's funny. It's funny.
Get on my case.
4 to 6, not 5. It wasn't 5. It was 4 to 6.
5.5 great drinks. How to have a drink. And
it was cute. I liked it.
We will talk about all sorts of subjects. We've been talking about everything from fat washing to fat grilling, because after all, earlier we were talking about organ meats. You never know.
How about bourbon with a splash of honey and a bit of peach liqueur? Yes. Okay, that sounds great.
Interestingly, that sounds...
Vintiki. We've been to Ventiki.
Well, we shot an episode at Ventiki. You could look that up on the YouTube there and find our episode at Ventiki. They were fantastic to us. Like their proprietor he really recognizes what this is all about. They have a little story to my product.
Ventiki's great.
They have fantastic food and drink just on offer at all times. Occasionally, they've got Billy the Crud out there carving tikis in front of the joint.
Yeah.
Well, that's just some kind of crazy. Gotta love that. Ventura needs such things.
I feel like I made him feel bad. See, now
no, it's okay. It's okay.
People feel bad for you.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm good. I'm good. I am impervious to such things. We are just talking about the drinks and stuff, folks. The fact is, I just got like a finger of brandy here, and I'm enjoying it.
Brandy,
something or other, and we're just talking about these things. We've had fantastic topics
bourbon
tonight.
and peach liqueur. Yes, we're getting a lot of votes for that.
Well, bourbon and peach liqueur starts to sound like.
Oh no! Don't say it. Nope.
SoCo.
No, I said don't say it.
And people hate SoCo, so I gotta say,
SoCo.
Bourbon and peach start to sound like that. SoCo.
No, but if you have a good bourbon and a good peach,
it's a real no-go for a lot of people because of early experiences. And I gotta say, I find it to be a pretty good mixer because it has a couple of notes already going on, and I'm good with that.
Hi, Gwen.
And if you think there's no way I will ever do that, then you probably won't like those drinks that I make.
Holy Communion wine is my I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, now we have, oh wait, hold on. Elizabeth says, new favorite Nouveau Tiki-esque drink is the artichoke. Chinar. Yes, we have Chinar and Smith & Cross Rum. Maybe we'll do that next week. We have both of those.
Send us a PM. Yes. Glad to try such things. Chinar is great stuff. I really like that.
Maybe we need to do
a liquor
bourbon video next week.
And Amaro, it is a fantastic stuff. And the Smith & Cross is a highly reputable product. It's basically your Navy rum high proof.
Yeah.
Well, you can use a little less of it. In that case, it's like 110 proof or something. That's kind of great.
Maybe we need to do a bourbon episode next week. Exactly.
I think we could get to that, couldn't we?
I think we could get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, Lisa. Like when I first had SoCo, I was like, oh, okay. And then the last time I had SoCo, I was like, yeah, no. So,
I'm sorry to the people who have had bad experiences.
I'm sorry
with
if you
SoCo.
love SoCo. I apologize, and please do you. But I was just like, ugh.
Somebody else has helpful review. On occasion we use peppermint schnapps, and that is a real trigger for people too because of early experiences. And I gotta say, if it comes back up, it looks a pretty intense color. So
bourbon and water, yeah. Oh, satellite, yes. Okay. Oh, so we're getting some votes for a bourbon episode. Okay, all right. Next week, bourbon. That's easy. I love it when it's easy.
End the winter with some Bergen. Yeah. That's a pretty good idea, you know? Mm-hmm.
It's from Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. If you haven't seen Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf,
you should.
Kind of required viewing.
Bourbon, water, and bitters is your basic old-fashioned right there. So, at the end of the day...
Bergen.
A hell of a lot of people, some very good friends of ours are like, an old-fashioned cocktail, that's the only thing I would ever drink. Well, that's a good idea.
Jill says, all this talk is making me extremely thirsty.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Well, is it about that time?
I guess so.
Oh, shucks. We could go on for hours, but we might need to wrap this whole thing up.
Have an early Zoom.
Yeah. It's good, though.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is.
Waking up as early is never great.
This morning I was not that interested in waking up early.
Exactly.
But that's because I wake up early anyway.
I'm going to say no. Bourbon next week. Next week.
We'll make bourbon happen. We have plenty of bourbon, don't we? Don't we?
Well, we will by next week.
We will by then. So we'll make that happen.
Aaron loves Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Oh, please. What?
Bourbon tiki. Iron Ranger is like a whiskey sour. Okay, all right.
Got laid.
What's a dump? What a dump.
We start like actually name checking this thing, and suddenly it's
now
just
I gotta watch Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf again this weekend.
You really push it, Martha. You really do.
You go too far, Martha. Sometimes you go too far.
And you have the supporting cast, George Segal.
Oh, gonna zoom. Yeah, I am gonna zoom. I hope it'll be fun.
Your caffeine is wearing off. I think so is mine.
Oh,
so
I know. I always hate this part. This
is the worst part.
Oh, it's about 5 degrees. And Errol, you're still here. Oh.
Oh, man. Now, folks, there's a trooper.
Yes.
Let's
all be like Errol.
Kudos. Great to Errol because, man, he's stuck on 5 a.m.
with us.
Well, 5 a.m. and Greece people are still drinking, so I understand. But
I don't know.
Good grief. My man, go to bed.
I don't know, but...
Gotta do that. Copper goblet,
yes. Bourbon.
Anything anybody has discussed here over the course of a couple of hours, and you think we need to know about this, drop it on us.
Yes. Yes.
So that we know, so that we can do it next week.
All right.
If we have any drink formulae that we have never been introduced to, it is about time that we knew about them. We are omnivorous. We will observe everything. All drink formulas are ours. If there's something that your uncle had in Bergen County, New Jersey in 1965, we will investigate. If we can figure it out, we will. Sometimes it's simple. So.
All right. Good night, everyone.
As always, awesome to have you here.
Thank you so much for being here. We love you all.
We love every one of you. It's so great to be able to spend a couple hours with you on a Wednesday.
Yes.
Always. And we just talked about so many topics. Any ideas? Drop them our way.
Please do.
Any good things for future episodes? Drop them our way. Wherever you go and whatever you do, please be safe.
Yes.
And please be sure. And as